They laughed at my inheritance. Until the toolbox unlocked hell. You won't believe how a $20 rusty toolbox turned me into a billionaire and turned my smug cousins into fugitives. When my grandfather passed, his $35 million estate was split among my cousins, Maseratis, mansions, art collections. You name it? Me? I got a dusty old toolbox. No note. No explanation. Just tools. At the will reading, my cousins laughed in my face. Maybe you can fix our cars, one sneered. Or build yourself a life, another chuckled. I smiled. Not because I found it funny, but because deep down, I knew Grandpa never did anything without a reason. That night, I took the box home. Around midnight, I heard a soft click like a lock disengaging. Then, a ringing. From inside the box. I opened it, and nestled between wrenches and old bolts was a vintage rotary phone. It shouldn't have worked, but it was glowing red. I picked up. Congratulations, said a deep, composed voice. The real inheritance begins now. The next day, a black envelope appeared at my door. No return address. Inside was a single gold key, coordinates and a code. I followed it. The location? A hidden underground vault in the Nevada desert. Inside? Files, documents, videos, proof. My cousins weren't just lucky heirs, they were criminals. My grandfather had secretly been investigating them for years. Embezzlement, fraud, even ties to offshore laundering networks. The inheritance they received. All of it was blood money. And he left me the one thing that could destroy them all. Leverage. But Grandpa didn't just leave evidence, he left a plan. With every week that passed, more packages arrived. USBs. Crypto keys. Surveillance access. It was like he'd built an entire posthumous empire, waiting for someone worthy to carry it forward. And I was done being quiet. I leaked one small file to the press. Just a taste. 2 of my cousins were arrested within days. I waited a week. Dropped another. Boom, international scandal. Family assets frozen. Mansions seized. Suddenly, their laughter stopped. They came begging, offering me bribes, begging me to stop. But it was too late. What they didn't know, I wasn't doing this alone anymore. Grandpa's network, his real legacy was global. Ethical hackers. Investigators. Whistleblowers. Silent billionaires who owed him favors. And me? I became the face of the storm. But here's the wild part. Grandpa wasn't dead. 3 months after I took down the last cousin, I received a package. Inside, a burner phone and a video message. There he was, older, hiding in what looked like a jungle, smiling like he'd just won the biggest game of chess. I had to disappear, he said, to see who would protect the rot, and who would cleanse it. The toolbox wasn't just a test. It was a key. And I passed. If you want more mind-bending stories of revenge, power, and truth, that hits harder than karma, subscribe now.